I'm sure we are now ready to take questions. So those of you who would like to ask your questions, please go ahead. Right, there are some over there already. So I'll request Arun to go on first. Arun, would you like to go in first, or should I read it out?
Yes, I already posted the questions.
Yeah. Okay, you want me to read it out, right?
Yeah.
So the first question is there. It says, I think the first question is, what is the aim of is the aim of education only to get a job, or what are the essential ingredients of quality education? And I think that went to that question was. I'll request our speaker, Mr. Dr. Rathor, to please take it.
Yeah, that's right.
Dr. Rathor, if you take it, please. Is the aim of education only to get a job, or what are the essential ingredients of quality education? I think Dr. Rathor has left us. He must be busy. That's okay. Zubair, can you throw a little light on it, please?
Well, Charles, if you could allow me a couple of minutes, okay? It's a very relevant question. I think Arun would have aligned his question towards when Mr. Rathor said that, are we making students employable? So here the question is employability, is employment our focus from education, or excellence, or education itself? Somebody on a very lighter note said, what is lacking in the Indian education system? And answer was education. Okay, let me take a couple of minutes. Allow me, if that's okay with you, Charles. I would like to take your attention and the fellow speakers that national agenda parameter is missing in our education system. We are not aligned with our national agenda. And the most important need is that when we will become aligned with the national agenda, our education system will have an automatic transformation. Because we will be aligned. I mentioned when I was speaking on assessment not per se in schools. Assessment is, where are you aligned with the national aspirations? Are you aligned with your national agenda? And when you are aligned with national agenda, your employment is not doesn't become a question. It becomes an automated process. Just to state some important facts, as I mentioned earlier, I will repeat it for you. You see, operations and academics need to be regulated, but they need to be regulated separately. Then only we will be able to achieve excellence. Employment is a byproduct of education. Education cannot be, directly related to employment. There are highly qualified people who have left education and become prodigies of the world. Somebody was speaking about, let's talk about Microsoft, let's talk about Apple, IBM's. Everybody has been a dropout. Now, when I say about national parameter or national agenda, we need to be aligned. So here, employment is not a question. Here is that is our education system aligned to our national agenda? I think, in my opinion, no, we are not aligned. How many schools, how many school operators, how many academicians, how many teachers know about the transformation? You see, everybody was trampled by lockdown and corona. But how many of us know that we were the fastest growing economy before pandemic, and we are the fastest growing economy after pandemic? I'm talking about 22. So our focus needs to be aligned with the national agenda parameter. And employment becomes a byproduct. It's an automatic process. I don't think educationists will teach people to get employed. They teach them to face the nuances of the world, challenges of the world, and whatever comes along with the life.
Thank you. That was really well said. And I'm sure Arun will agree with it, and we can take that forward now. We have a question over here. It says, is it essential for everyone to be able to adapt and improvise or maybe only some adapt and improvise and others follow? So I think this question goes to Shantanu. Would you like to take that?
Okay, I'll take that. See,
Arun,
following is. Shall I go ahead?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like Arun to. Arun, would you like to tell me who you want to, who you want, who did you address it to?
Kim.
To
Kim.
Kim. Okay, sorry. Kim can take it. Right. Kim,
Yeah.
please.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, Shantanu. We'll come back to you.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, well, thank you for asking the question. I think this one has to be by everyone. I think we need to be proactive enough. Everyone, all of our individuals need to be proactive enough to really think about, what kind of things do we need to learn, right? Of course, we are what we call in the school system, right? We have a already pre-designed, curriculum and all these things, but still, I mean, as we look at around the world, what are some of the things that we need to learn besides what the school teaches you? Adopt and improvise also means meeting new people too, right? So it is very important that we don't just remain fixated within the school system, but we got to also help people to be proactive enough to help our children meet with people, maybe an expert in a certain field, for example, right? Exposures, internships, or some events. All these things are part of an activity of adaptation and improvisation. So I think you have to step up to look for those opportunities, but also if you're teachers, you may not just want to put the children within the school ecosystem, but you got to really help them, to be, improvising themselves and be adaptive beyond what the school may not be offering. And that's also something that I would also recommend for everyone. So it's not just only for small, few people out there.
Thank you so much. And I'd like to address Shantanu with this question. You said that the school culture or environment will depend upon the principal. Very often we have schools with a strong environment and culture, and usually you find principals come and go, but their culture remains strong. How much do you agree with that, and why does that happen?
Well, I mean, the school is above anybody, including the principal. Principal is just one of the stakeholders that the school has, albeit an important one, but still one of the many stakeholders that the school has. And this is a good news that the culture of the school persists. It is sustained. And if it is so, then the principal who has left probably has done a very good job of it, because he has put in place a culture that will continue to be long after he has left. So I agree absolutely. Principals will come and go, but the culture of the school must continue to be what it is till the time we feel there is a need to change it all over again because of the changing scenario around the school in the world.
So once again, thank you everyone. Thank you, sir. That was really nice. And thank you everyone for being with us. Eminent speakers, we are grateful to you for your presence and for the enlightenment that you have given us. We'll meet once again tomorrow. To all the audiences, thank you so much. We'll meet once again tomorrow, but the time is 5 p.m. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Great. God bless. Thank you.